What's up, guys? Barbarian or Bust here today with the Double Swing Barb. We're going to show off Infernal Horde Tier 7. Okay. So this build, if you can't beat them, join them. This is Double Swing with Dust Devils. And it's pretty much the little cousin of Whirlwind. And it's triple shout, which is, as you can see, the best way to play for this. And it kills everything rather quickly. It takes a massive amount of uniques and mythic uniques as well. But it's the way that we get to be able to do tier 7 or 8. You just really walk around and let the Dust Devils kill everything. It would really be nice if we could have a build where the damage isn't coming from Dust Devils or Earthquakes, but it is what it is. So this build, I would call it Whirlwind's little brother. Like, it's very, very similar. And basically Dust Devils does all your damage, as you can see here. Right now we have Hellborn Invigorate us. I'm just spamming Dust Devils literally as fast as I can. It's absolutely insane. And I know, can this build do T8? Absolutely. But the boss fight is just so much longer. I just think it's a lot more fun to show off T7. Because really, you get the exact same things for rewards as you do T7, T8. The only difference is this one's easier to kill. And the boss fight will just take less time. But the rewards are absolutely identical. Okay. And these guys will be no problem. Just literally make sure you got Dust Devils up all the time. I tried to also make this to be a build that also does, that your double swing does damage. And it does. But you just can't beat the Dust Devils. You really can't. It's impossible to beat Dust Devils. Like, look at this. This is happening in no time. So yeah, you can do T8, showing off T7 because of how fast we kill. There, and they're dead. Double Swing with Dust Devils for the win. This can easily clear tier 7, and it can do tier 8. This takes a lot of uniques. In the helmet, we do have the Harlequin Crest. In the chest, we have Tyrael's Might. For the gloves, we have Twin Strikes, and I wanted to try to make this so that Double Swing actually deals damage instead of just Dust Devils, but Dust Devils deal so much damage that these aren't really needed. You can go with a regular pair of gloves and put on another aspect that gives you more Dust Devils. That would be ideal, but if you want to use these and you do like Double Swing, these can work. Then we have Area's Bearing. We have our Call of the Ancients down to 12 seconds, 12 and a half seconds, which actually brings that down to 6.5 because we have the Martial Glyph. And in the boots, we have Yen's Blessing. This is awesome as we spam our skills. This will also spam our shouts for us every 8 seconds. And in the two-hander, we have the Fierce Winds aspect, and we put this because we are spamming our shouts so often, we want our Dust Devils to deal the most damage and to be the biggest increase in size. And for here I went Strength, Max Life, Damage while Berserking, because I didn't have it maxed out, and chance for Dust Devils to cast twice. That is super important. The more Dust Devils, the more damage. And here we have the Wind Lasher aspect, Once you cast Double Swing, it creates a Dust Devil. This one's awesome. And here I did want one temper to Dust Devil size so that our Dust Devils are absolutely ginormous from Fierce Winds, and our regular Dust Devils from Double Swing are still have an increased size as well. Then we have the Magnum Opus, and I was using this with the Twin Strikes to maximize my Double Swing damage. But as you can see, a lot of our damage does come from the Dust Devils, and you use Double Swing just to finish off enemies. Then we have the Grandfather, and we use this for the scaling of damage and for the critical strike damage bonus. And here we use the Bold Chieftains as we are a triple shout, and we have strength, attack speed, critical strike chance, resource generation, and critical strike damage. Then we take the Ring of the Starless Skies. This ring is amazing for pretty much every build. Then we have Lochran's Talisman to increase our critical strike chance and our critical strike damage, which works very well with the Grandfather. Our resistances are definitely maxed out. They're actually quite overcapped by a significant margin. Our critical strike chance is 68% for just under 2,000 critical strike damage. Our weapon expertise is a two-handed axe. And for the skill tree, we put 2 points in Lunging Strike, which we will never use. 7 points into Double Swing, to Furious Double Swing, so we are berserking literally 100% of the time. I did put 3 points into Pressure Point. One weakness of this build is we don't have a lot of ways to make enemies vulnerable. This is very important. 3 points in Posing Presence, 3 points into Martial Vigor, 3 points into Rallying Cry for Tactical Rallying Cry, and 3 points into Challenging Shout for Tactical Challenging Shout. I have 2 points into Warcry into Enhanced Warcry. We already have enough Fortify through our Warbringer board, and we don't really have things close to us very often as we're just running around the map creating Dust Devils, so I didn't really see a need to pick either of these. 3 points into Booming Voice, 3 points into Guttural Yell, 3 points into Swiftness, 3 points into Aggressive Resistance, 1 point into Pit Fighter to get 3 points into Slaying Strike, 1 point into Thick Skin to get 3 points into Counteroffensive, 3 points into Duelist, 3 points into Call of the Ancients for Supreme Call of the Ancients. If for some reason you don't have Ariad's Blessing and don't really want to use this skill, you could take Wrath of the Berserker, but this will give you a more constant damage bonus and attack speed bonus. And we have 3 points into Wallop because with our Double Swing, we are using a mace and a sword. Very important if you want to take Wallop. If not, if you don't want to use a mace, you could put these points anywhere else. And we have 2 points in Tempered Fury. I didn't have a third point, but you want this for the Magnum Opus. And our key passive is Unconstrained. You don't want to take Unbridled Rage because most of our damage is coming from the Dust Devils. And for the Paragon board, our first board, we have the Twister Glyph, and get as much strength as possible into this glyph. As you see, our Dust Devils deal 475% increased damage. Massive. Our second board is Carnage with Ambidextrous. We path over to the left. Our third board is Warbringer, where we take Wrath. And very important to take Max Fury nodes on both sides for our Magnum Opus. Your fourth and fifth board can be in any order. You can either go here to Flawless Technique for Martial. And again, all we want is at 40 strength, so we have the additional bonus of Martial. Then you can go to Decimator for Ire. This is why we want to make sure we can make enemies vulnerable all the time so we can get that 10x bonus. And you only want to max out your Ire as long as you have your max out Blood Rage. And your last board is going to be Blood Rage, where you're going to have Exploit. Exploit is your main way that you have enemies to be vulnerable. Very important to take this glyph, and very important to take Pressure Point as well. And that is Double Swing with Dust Devils. Double Swing on its own cannot get the job done. It doesn't deal enough damage. But with Dust Devils, it absolutely does. And it kills things pretty fast. Not as fast as Whirlwind. I would say this build is for anyone that likes Double Swing and wants to try a different skill other than Whirlwind. We all know that the Whirlwind meta is... The Whirlwind is on top of the Barb meta. And This is not as good as Whirlwind, but just a different way to play. Alright guys, if you guys like Double Swing, and you don't mind proccing Dust Devils constantly, then give this build a try. Very similar to Whirlwind, and lots of fun. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.